Hi guys, okay, we are going to do a lesson on circles, arcs, and sectors. So mainly sectors of a circle and how to find the area and how to find the length of one of these. So I'm going to start with, guys, although I would consider this prior learning, how to find the circumference and the area of a circle. So circumference, and I've put the formula here. The circumference, the formula is pi d, pi times diameter, or 2 pi r, which is essentially the same thing. So I'm going to use 2 pi r. So I'm going to say C is equal to 2 times pi times r, which is 5, which is equal to 10 pi. Now sometimes, guys, it says give your answer in terms of pi, and then you just leave 10 pi. Or on the calculator, we can use the pi button here. Go times 10, gives us, as I said, 10 pi, and then you can press that, and you get 31.42 centimeters. The area, again, we have a formula, pi r squared, so I'm going to do pi times 5 squared, which is 25 pi, which is shift pi times 25 is 25 pi, or 78.54 centimeters squared, because it's area. Okay, so that's the intro. Example 1. Example 2, this is the thing I'm more looking at, guys. So the length L, I've called it L here, and often it's given L, but not always, is the arc length. It's the length of an arc of a circle. And the way we get it is this formula here. It's 2 pi r times theta over 360. Now that kind of makes sense, guys, if you think about it. 2 pi r, that is the 2 pi times 7. That is the circumference of this full circle. If this was a full, so this is like a pizza slice. A sector is like a pizza slice. But if I had the full circle all the way around, I would get 2 pi r. That would be the full length of the circumference. But it's not the full way around. It's only a fraction. So it's like, what fraction of the full circle do we have? Well, it's to do with this angle. So if that angle is 110 degrees, then the fraction is 110 out of 360, because the full circle, a full circle here would be 360. So we only have 110 out of the 360. So that gives me the length. I get the full circumference, and then times 110 out of 360. That theta is the angle, and then that'll give me the answer. So it's fairly straightforward, guys. I think not a bad question. So we've 2 times pi times 110 over, I can do this, over 360 gives me, sorry, I forgot the 7. 2 times pi times 7, 2 pi 7 times 110 over 360, which is that. Press this, and I get 13.44. 13.44. I'm rounding everything to 2 decimal places, guys. And that kind of makes sense. Imagine this is, I don't know, let's say meters. This is meters. If that's 7, yeah, it makes sense that this would be bigger than 7 anyway, and it seems to be close to double it now. I haven't drawn it to scale or anything, so that answers seems right to me. Okay, part B. Find the area. Area is the same idea, guys. We do the area of the full circle, which is pi r squared. So it's pi times 7 squared. And again, we then go, right, but what fraction of the whole circle? Well, it's 110 out of 360. So what is that? And we go pi times 7 squared times 110 divided by 360. I get this, press this, 47.04 meters squared. Okay, that, guys, is part B. Finally, Part C, this is a question you sometimes get asked, guys, is find the perimeter of this shape. So the perimeter, you just have to be a bit careful. The perimeter, let's call it P, is 13.44, the length, plus 7, plus another 7, because the perimeter, guys, is the length of the outside of the shape. So it's 13.44 plus 7, which is 14 plus 13 is 27, so that's 27.44, and that would just be in meters. Okay, that's it, guys. There's not much more to it. Obviously, they can ask difficult questions. This is a past paper. I actually couldn't find many past paper questions on this, guys, but this is one I did find. And it says find the perimeter of the shaded area of the circle. Okay, so you'll see straight away they've added a little kind of sneaky thing to it, that if you use this angle, what you will get is this length here, which isn't what you want. We're looking for this length right around the circle. So how do I find that? Well, I could actually find that length and then subtract it from the circumference, or I can say if that's 40 degrees, then this would be 320 degrees, because that must be 320, because 320 plus 40 gives me 360. So now I can just say the same thing to find, let's call this L. So I'm going to say L is equal to, it's equal to 2 pi times 9 times 320 out of 360. Okay, this, guys, let's do this on the calculator. 2 times pi times 9 times 320 divided by 360, and I get 16 pi, exactly 16 pi. Let's say 50.265. 50.265. I'll round it in a minute, guys. So that's the length. The perimeter, therefore P for perimeter, is 50.265 plus 9 for the same reason I said before, guys. If that's 9 here, if that's 9, that's also 9. So we do 9 plus L, and that gives me 50 plus 18 is 68, so that's 68.265, and here he says 3 significant figures, so that would be 68.3 centimeters. Okay, guys, that is it. That is circles, arcs, and sectors.